Wednesday. How are we doing on this side? Okay. One person carrying the energy on this side. We're gonna work on it. All right. DJ, can you turn my mic up just a little bit? And turn the music down just a little bit? All right. This is weird as fuck. There's nobody in the middle. Now, I know it's the worst place to be in the threesome, but the middle is the best place to be for the show. You get front row seats. You don't have to worry about having a side profile or having a random, I don't know, column, pillar. Structural support in your way. Please make it to the middle if you can, so I'm not alone. I have crippling anxiety, and if I sit and stare at a room full of empty people, it's gonna make me cry. But like on the inside, I feel like two people like kind of moving. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. I promise you the middle is not that bad. All right. So while we're moving to the middle, welcome to the Berkeley Poetry Slam. My name is Reggie, and I will be your host on this magical evening of poetic excellence and artistic beauty. Who here has never been to a poetry slam before? You are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar. But there are some people who are telling the truth. A poetry slam is where we take people's feelings and assign a numerical value at the end of it. Yes, it sounds weird, but it tricked a bunch of people to come into a room on a Wednesday night and listen to live art. But at its core, a poetry slam is a competition. And like every competition, we have rules here. First, for our competing poets. No props, no costumes, no musical accompaniment, no nudity. We do not want to see your genitals. We have a live stream. We have very near and dear social media sites that will very much ban us if you pull the wrong things out of the wrong garment. So please keep it tucked inside whatever you have on. But more important than the nudity rule is the time limit. You have a limit of 3 minutes and a grace period of 10 seconds to spit your own original poem. After 3 minutes in that grace period of 10 seconds, you'll be deducted points by our scorekeeper, Becky. After 4 minutes, you will be played off stage by our DJ fraternity. Give it up for our DJ in the back of the room. Poet, if you hear music in the middle of your poem, it is no longer the middle of your poem. It is the end of your poem. I have 11 people to get through tonight, and I still want to get drunk after the show. And I have work in the morning, so there's a lot of things that need to happen before like midnight tonight, and not a lot of time before midnight tonight. So whatever you do not go over 4 minutes. Great. Next for the judges. Judges, can you hold up your scoreboards? 2, 3 judges. Judges. Oh, judges. Can you hold up your scoreboard so I can see where you are? Whew. Okay. Some of you are pretty far. But we will make do. I swear to God, I'm going to get vision insurance one of these days. All right, wait. Judges, you have the hardest job tonight. You have to give every poet a score from a 0.0 to 10.0 scale. 0.0 is the worst piece of shit you ever heard in your life. It's like trash, garbage, like the last 4 years of your mental health on top of all of your parents' childhood trauma. That's just a 2.5. A 10 is the best thing you've ever heard in your life. It's like diamonds that were ethically sourced. It's like tigers that like are nice and cuddly and like also not endangered. And that's just an 8.5. Point being, there's not a lot of zeros, and there's not a lot of 10s. Score accordingly. There's this thing called score creep, where as the night goes on and we are visiting the bar and getting ourselves drinks, the poetry starts sounding better. But that's not there to keep us in. First, when you were sober and vibrant. So, to help you out, we will have a sacrificial poet. They will go first. You will score them as if they are competing. Think of them as a calibration. So you poems you like more, score them higher. Any poems you don't like as much, score them lower. All right, those are the rules for the judges. Next for the audience. I need you to pull out your cell phones. I can see you not pulling out your cell phones. And I need you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter at the Berkeley Poetry Slam. We have like a lot of these on a month. I do not keep track of things. Social media keeps track of things for me. You want to stay so we tapped in to all of the stuff that we are doing, and the only way you can do that is through social media. Lit. And then once you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, I need you to turn those motherfuckers off, put them on silent, put them on vibrate. I call that the fun setting. Whatever you do, make sure your phone does not make noise all night. I don't want to hear a beep, a ring, whatever generic ringtone you left on your phone as soon as you financed it from T-Mobile. If your phone goes off in the middle of someone's poem, you will owe that poet a drink. So save yourself some money and turn your phone off. And that brings me to rule number 3. I can see you pull out your cell phone because this is live art. We are actually here. I can say hello. And you can say hi back, which means this is interactive. This is not your grandma's open mic. You don't have to sit here and be like, that was very intensive. No, you can avoid. I like snapping. Everyone's snapping me.
I think the bar side is a little bit quiet. We can't hear Reggie too good.
What's that noise you make when your grandma comes in with a good ass mac and cheese? Just all right. We're gonna get a little bit complicated, but I believe in you. I think this is a smart and kind of audience. Can you snap, stomp your foot, and say, No matter what you do, the more love you give this stage, the more love this stage gives back to you, which brings me to our final rule. This stage is a freedom of speech zone, which means anyone can come up here and say whatever the fuck they want to say. However, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from the responsibility of what the fuck you just said. And we encourage necessary, honest, and important conversations to be had with problematic poets. It is a learning environment. All of that needs to happen outside of the show. Where can you have those necessary conversations? Outside of the show. Where can you tell somebody that what they said was kind of messed up? Outside of the show. Where can you tell somebody that you like their poem and want to learn more about their work? Outside of the show. When you do it inside, you're interrupting the next poet who's innocent and probably hasn't done anything wrong or done anything right. We don't know. Give them their chance on the stage, but make sure you have those conversations outside of the show. If you don't feel comfortable having those conversations, talk to me or any of the other organizers. We are trained. We are capable of having those conversations. Just please don't interrupt the show. All right. That's the rules for the audience, the poets, the judges. Word of the day. A time-honored tradition here at the Berkeley Slam where we take a random word from the audience and we make poets jam it into their poems for an extra point. We've had some really good words today. We had lobster, that was a good one. Badussy, exactly what you think it is. But does anybody have a word that they would like to see poets jam into their poem? Just sacrifice, okay. I feel like that's an easy one. So, did someone say minion? Like the original version, not the maybe minion just because I'm thinking about the other motherfuckers. Can you tell I work with kids? Canada.
Oh my God.
Does anyone have a better word than Canada? Because it's about to be Canada. Save a poet, choose something better than Canada. We got about 5 seconds before I decide on Canada.
Someone says something
The word of the day is Canada. Poets, if you use Canada or any of its various forms like Canadian, is that the Canadian national anthem? I wouldn't know because I don't even know the American national anthem. I do know the Black national anthem, so let's just voice and sing. Okay. Poets, if you use Canada, Canadian, Canada, Canada in any of its various forms in your poem, you get an extra point. Judges, don't worry about that. Our scorekeepers will handle it. All right, are we ready to hear who is in the slam tonight? It doesn't sound like you're ready. It sounds like we're almost ready to almost get there. But what does it sound like if you're ready to hear who's in the slam tonight? Alright. The poets will be reading in this order. We randomize the list. If you don't like the order, talk to Jesus, not to me. We have Jay Rice. We have Addie. We have Lizzie. We have Nina. We have Sin. We have Niambi. We have Thomas. We have Summertime. We have Cadence. We have Marcus. And then we have Maddie. Give it up for everybody who's come to the stage tonight. All right. We have our poets, our audience, our judges, our word of the day. Are we finally ready to start the show? No, because we need our sacrificial poet, someone to warm our judges up. Everybody say, spill the blood. And give it up for your sacrificial poet of the night. Give it up for Tina!
best friend.
The fool asks for a history lesson. Like every word ever uttered by your grandmother and her mother's tongue is reaching forward and you snap back, coil away in resentment. Her voice, a white noise you dial to change to something more pleasant when it grows too loud. Your singing, hinging on deaf ears, absent of a proper interpretation, a broken promise, threaded by blood. Only one person can't remember the pact. The magic is all gone, a myth. And none of your words vibrate the way they used to. How you're so bitter at the sun for the warmth you cannot return. It's exhausting every last breath to remember its name, forging someone else's legacy in your blood. fooling yourself into believing you have enough magic left in you to heal ancestral wounds. No one ever claimed your spirit was this strong when it's been weakened by Catholic pacifism. It's this feeling that hinges on severed faith, a misplaced courage, a forgotten affirmation, all evidence of existence erased, like wasted time, the wrong tools, and incomplete spell work. The fool gives a history lesson. When history continues to pull its marionette strings on me, I don't open my mouth to retell anything I've learned. I don't trust any of it. It feels like it's asking me to keep one foot in the future where the bottle of mezcal is my accomplice and the past is dancing on the deteriorating foundation. Over there, I piece the language my grandmother hardly uses with an alphabet that discriminates against twin flint tongues but loves the taste of raw agave. All the layers tug between both directions, spiral in the wake of regret that shifts to perpetual rage, uncongealed at its source, from people that don't know why they wield anger as much as it is a burden to remember. Colonialism is all too sobering, so count on me to finish a six-pack of beer on my own. Count on me to feel invincible at the end of it and seek a second round. I've learned this is the only way to pacify my anger when se me sube la sangre. All the stories you will tell will be scourged in white, soaking indigenous in Spanish. You can only mourn so long. The act of grieving grows intoxicating. Everything eventually comes out a slur, a curse, a fatigue pull at your diaphragm, and rage isn't enough to keep time from moving forward, from erasing the little they had to kill out of you. It is best to keep your ear grounded to a lifeline. Wrench yourself for time's hands cannot reach you. Your breath will still smell like spirits. Perhaps one day, those ghosts will tell the stories you failed to learn.
Round of applause going for Tino. All right, judges, I need your scores. If you are sitting anywhere near the back, I am going to need your scores. Like, very bold and very dark. Like, I like my coffee or my men. Okay, I can see the.
Okay, Auntie.
I could not see more in the back at all. Like, can you make it like bigger and darker? Maybe like, imagine your score is Idris Elba. Winston Duke, what's he like cancer? Are these from Jessica? Thanks, Jessica. Give it up for your book. God damn it, I need glasses. I didn't even put these hoes to my face and I can see the scores in the back. Okay, no, I have it. I have glasses. It's fine. I've got it. Wow. Okay, I am missing. Hey. Okay. We have a low of a 0.9. Goes up to a 6.3, a 6.8, an 8, and an 8.9. But the score get up for the poet and never break. The poet and never break. All right. That was our sacrificial poet. We're all warmed up. We're all calibrated. Judges, you're now experts. I trust you. I believe in you. You're doing a great job. Audience. The scores weren't scoring enough. So I'm gonna need your help, audience. I need y'all to let these judges know how you feel. What do you do if you like a score? Let's be honest. It's getting dark for seasonal depression is hitting. So what do you do if you don't like a score? Judges, do not be swayed by this audience. I know for a fact that some of them are drunk. I know for a fact that the others are high. They are not reliable source of information. You were hand chosen, not them. Audience, I don't know who the judges are. You're like, first of all, I can't see the judges. But what I can see is that we have a room full of experts of the judges, how they feel. It rolls good, perfect. Because on deck we have Adam. But give maximum love to the first poet competing in the jump. Give it up for us!
September 28th, 2022, Wednesday, 12:45 p.m. Yeah, 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 yeah! Watch out, everybody, get down now. Shock, shock, play the lobby. Shock, shock, Nancy's bodies. Pop, pop, sing to my artists. Listen, everybody, lock down now. Lock the doors, drop to the floor. Let the knocks go ignored. Stay still. This is not a drill. Chills I feel from surreal text read. It's real. A build of grief fills and sinks as time stands still and shrinks. I can hardly think as each second weeps, each minute speaks until an hour creeps by when shit happens like a climactic action. Doors blasted off the hinges, pausing my senses as three relentless cops bursting through the entrance. Guns lifted, directed at my position as if scripted. Hands up, hands up! Arms reach for the sky. Don't move, my body frozen like ice. Outside, but legs barely alive. Walking with a sigh toward the front, feeling crushed by the school I loved. Walls torn up by bullet slugs. Floor filled up by pools of blood. Oakland afternoon. Disrupt from streets flooded by armored trucks. SWAT team erupts with guns out their trunks. From above, we're choppers around the sun. From below, where the savages we become. In the end, no one won. This ain't Canada. Who am I? I am PTSD. Powerless, terrified, spiteful, defeated by demons which haunt this life of mine. For my happily ever after gets denied. Wherever apathy's disaster must reside, and sadly measures factors to my demise. These chapters I describe have no laughter to prescribe. So who decides if we truly matter in God's scattered design? Or we only define by society's confines? Like a student of mine who wanted to shine, a voice so divine, who had begun his prime, now the sum of crime, gunned by two slimes between the drum line of an eye for an eye. Where can he find his peace of mind and live long enough to eat his feast and dine within the beast that is mankind? What kind of man doesn't understand how to feel or how they affected or real or how easy it is to kill? It's so hard to heal when all will is lost by the slightest danger. Will all be lost from righteous anger.
Keep that round of applause going for Jay Rice. All right. Judges. I need your score. This is like the longest I'm gonna give you all night. By the middle of the poem, you know if it's like a 2 point or like a 9 point. Ooh. All right. We have 4 scores. Can I get that 5th score? 4 score. Abraham Lincoln? No. Nobody believes in freedom here.
What the fuck?
No, I know I'm funny. I think I'm an idiot. All right, let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 6.4, goes up to a 6.5, a 6.8, a 7, and an 8.5. Up the scores. Give it up for the poet and never win. The poet and never win. Who here can tell me where we are?
Me. I can.
Someone said hell, and I mean, while the starry plow is my heaven, 2022 is my hell. So I feel you. But we are at the starry plow. The starry plow has supported the Berkeley Poetry Slam since its inception, which means we've been going strong here every Wednesday, plus or minus a pandemic, since 1998. And the only reason we have been able to do that is because here at the Berkeley Slam, we have a one drink minimum. We support the plow, this plow supports us, you give them all of your money. I encourage all of you, nay, require all of you, to get at least one drink from Jessica over at the bar. You can get beer or cider. I'm drinking the lavender lemonade kombucha. It's a very Berkeley thing to say. But I'm drinking it, and it is good. They also have non-alcoholic options like juice and root beer and ginger ale and assorted sodas. So whether it is non-alcoholic or alcoholic, support the bar and be a responsible adult. Do not put all this alcohol on your stomach and not visit the kitchen and get some food on your stomach. Make sure that you are able to go to work in the morning without a hangover. See, I'm your irresponsible aunt, which I will give you the bottle, but I will hand you some crackers to soak up all the liquor. And that's why I'm the babysitter. All right. On deck, we have Lizzie. But give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Eddie!
Wow.
The mum is mom on Mandatory Mountain. Summon your funny punch, safety do. We show new, which does to no dry, talented back to intimate insiders about, and to no flat lawless. Yet the benefit circulates the smoke. Loyal choice put first, casualty and surety, delightfully easy rent, eternity for men from dying of thirst. Why be satisfied with less you speak? All you need is research men make for avoiding. This is the story. A single super scorpion, silicon skin, a scenic system style statement. No matter what your style, sweetheart, a pretty via helps.
Keep that round of applause going for Addie. All right, judges. I need your scores. All right. All right, we have a range of scores, like Mariah Carey range. So we're in for a ride because we have a low of a 4.0. It goes up to a 5.0, a 6.5, a 6.9, and a 9.0. Fuck the scores. Give it up to the poet and not the poem. The poet and not the poem. Wow. I keep wondering why I can see all the scores because I keep forgetting that I have somebody else's glasses on. Thank you. It doesn't feel good to know that like this is my normal. Like people in the front row don't even have a face right now. Like you're. I guess I don't want to say all head because but anyway, on deck we have Nina. But give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Lizzie.
When I look at you, I see the David. Marvel supports a frame life never could because when David was crafted, reality wasn't included. His skin stretched to imitate life like Barbie or Ken, even perfection is flawed. His brow is drawn, neck tense, and his veins bulge from impossible hands trying to support a head too big for even his shoulders. With features a father would only reserve for his son, or Michelangelo his muse, when I look at you, I see God. You breathe life into perfection. Hair, skin, nails, and reality included. David had a battle to fight too once. However, the facts must have been deemed not too grand because while David stands on his pedestal, sterilized and pristine, Goliath, impure, remains unseen. Wives watched for the return of the men who took the stand, and they all walked away blood-stained and unclean. Where were you, David? Unarmed, you don't even have your slingshot in hand. Those men are haunted by memories so obscene you couldn't even begin to understand. Yet for 500 years, people have seen David, serene. Gaze out over crowds who idealize him, and he's done nothing but demean the scars of perfect men with real lives and blood-stained bellies.
Keep that round of applause going for Lizzie. All right, judges, I need your scores. Interesting, like none of these judges have ever agreed on anything so far. And I love it, right? I think I saw two of the judges like, oh. All right, we have a low of a 6.0, goes up to a 6.5, a 7, a 7.3, and a 9.0. Fuck the scores, give it up for the poet. And not the poet. And not the poet. All right, we are chugging right along because on deck we have Sid. But give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Nina! Woo!
Okay, we are here. I walked into a body with weight unwanted, reached the corner of puberty and adulthood, promptly looked for an exit. An escape sequence. Stage left, please. Director, drag me toward the curtains by force, if necessary. I want to walk out the same way I crawled in. Weightless. Light as a feather, even that of a child, an infant. Living in my skin at the intersection of God's timing and a generation of mistakes, or biological missteps, if you will, honed by the preservation of my ancestors, gifted without a receipt, created a hodgepodge of bulges, lumps, and unwanted pounds of flesh condensed to a body the size of two. Still, I take up so much space, despite my best efforts, despite the joy I, at times, derive from being the greatest presence in the room. Moving in this body with a purpose I entirely make up as I go along is a joint venture in life as an experiment and a hungry desperation for something more. Like the hope or possibility that there will be less of me. Physically less. Happily, I would exchange a pound for threads of clothing that fit without consideration or special designation.
Keep Keep that round of applause going for Nina. Okay, if you were having trouble adjusting the mic, the thing now is loose, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. Let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 6.9. Going up to a 7.8, an 8.7, a 9.5, and our first 10. Give it up for the poet and not the poet. All right, we are going to keep it pushing on deck. We have Niambi, but give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Sid!
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
You hear me like this?
You are baby, you are great.
I'm a little nervous. It's been a couple years since I was on the stage, so I'm gonna take a second. New shit. Nights in the town remind me of what it means to be unbound, untethered, yet grounded. A whirlwind of shot down yet exceeded expectations, wrapped up in the stereotype of violence everywhere. Yet no one told me about the love that is bred here. Black excellence walks around like gold is not dripping from their feet as they walk. The streets are covered in ancestors' past and paths trying to edge their own way to freedom. Whether they find it in death, the next life, or in existence being their own form of resistance. History is what bleeds in this city. It's plastered on the walls of every downtown building, documenting the uprisings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Stephen Clark. There's not enough room to paint them, but our minds and hearts hold them close, collective grief for the death of Black bodies. History is what's made in this city. It stands tall. It takes up space. It's big enough to trip on. Nights in the town remind me of what it means to be unbound. Joyride through the city to the lower bottoms in the west, dancing in the middle of the intersection, hoopty door wide open, bumping Mac Dre and the grades, going dumb, going stupid, and getting hypey. A chosen family made from strings of abandonment that keep us close enough to patch up our brokenness, uplift each other in hopes to heal from intergenerational trauma that courses through our veins. Queer, Black, Indigenous, brown, disenfranchised, yet wealthy and ancestral powers, energy, and knowledge, once erased and glazed over white. Nights in the town remind me of what it means to be unbound. This place made me remember who I was. Showed up alone, unaware of the shoulders I was standing on. Little did I know there were roots here from old soil. Great-grandma Cece recounting memories that will soon leave her forever, as if the past was happening in the present and it's clear to me. The whole time I thought I was running from home in search of something foreign, when really it was the first step to my homecoming. Nights in the town remind me of what it means to be unbound. I fell into a deep love here. Not just the music, the views, and the renaissance of art, I mean love. The kind that makes your heart race a mile a minute. The kind that leaves a gaping hole in your chest. I can feel the wind whistling through it. I found familia. I found unconditional. I found purpose here. I'm finding bits of me embedded in the sidewalk, the murals, the people, the movements. I didn't know where I had run off to. Yet here I am again, reminded of what it means to be unbound through many nights in the town. Thank you.
Keep that round of applause for Sid. All right. Judges. Y'all have been doing a really good job of getting me your scores. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, it's giving consistency. Unlike my ex. All right. think that's all 5 scores. We have a low of a 6.0, goes up to a 7.0, an 8.3, an 8.6, and a 10. What the scores are the poet and not the point. The poet and not the point. Thank you, my lovely assistant Tino. Who here can tell me what this is? It is empty, but it is the tip jar, just the tip, as I like to call it. It takes a lot to run not only the Berkeley Poetry Slam, but the Open Poetry Slam, the Alchemy Open Mic, the Poetry Garden Showcase, a lot of really dope shit. Also, like paying our artists, paying our features, paying prize money. It takes a lot. We do not have a lot of money. That's where you come in. If you like anything that you see, anything that you hear tonight, you can put $1 in here, $2 in here, $1 million in here. If you have $1 million to donate, talk to me. I'll make sure that the right people, places, organizations get that $1 million. But Reggie, what if I don't carry cash in this very dangerous society in which plastic rules, even though our own bloodstreams are full of microplastics? I'm glad you asked. We have our electronic payment methods, our Cash App, our Venmo, and our PayPal. Whatever you donate goes right back into the show, making sure we can pay our features, our workshop facilitators, pay our prize money, and keep this show running. So I'm going to give it to you. And we're going to pass it around the room like a snake. And while that is going around, on deck, we have Thomas. So give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Niambi.
I miss wearing dresses. I miss existing and existing without you. We are but the hurt parts that find each other in a laugh, and that is dangerous. I keep thinking about what I may never find. I never know the longevity of never. I feel forever with a fear. I feel forever and see your face, which is to say I fear your face. It is easy to make yourself a person, and what does that make me but a thing that happens to you? I heard miracles happen sometimes. And if love be of heavenly influence, then you are sin by transmission. Don't worry. I've committed blasphemy for more and less, but it all feels the same to my body. You remind me of silence. You remind me of the quiet in between the lightning strikes, the tingle of singed earth, and how we think we'll exist there with our hair standing upright. Sometimes I can have my own perspective and static can overcome us with sincerity. I miss wearing dresses. I miss being a wind. I miss flowing. I miss existing and existing without a you. I don't let go of many things. Or I let go of a lot of things. I just don't remember them. Either way, you might drop me faster than I'll let my fingers unravel from around you. You are multiple people, by the way. You refers to everyone who has touched me appropriately. I'll change my mind a lot. I'll change my mind faster than I've convinced myself of a reality. I'll change as soon as that, which will be uncomfortable and jarring. But as a consequence, I have loved more things than I could witness firsthand. They live in my fingertips. They live in corners, and I won't tell you about them. Do I expect you to see this? Yes! Yes, I fucking do. So catch me overthinking every comma. Catch me against the gate, begging and pleading for a connection with myself after wasting time with learning too many yous. You were fun. You were everything. And everything is overwhelming. But I love palm trees. The way they line up row by row, out of reach and rarely affected by lightning, they remind me of you. They remind me of things I wanted to see clearly. Crack open another bottle. You are unspoken and ill-defined words, which is hard for a writer to fathom, and we are fools. We are fools every single time. See, writers are drunk. Writers are desperate for words they will never hear, for survival and nothing else, for the sake of having a purpose and nothing else. And I am writers. Come back around. Come back around, the door is slightly ajar. And I am bitter-faced and expectant. I'm worth coming back for. I double back for me. I smile in my own direction and wonder if mirrors are fine investments I'm grinding. I need something to fall asleep. More wine, more tingling.
Keep that round of applause going. All right, judges, I need your scores. All right. All right, let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 7.1.
Unless it's not a
a
fucking
7.3, a 9.2, a 9.6, and a 10. Give it up for Poet. Not the point. All right. On deck, we have Summertime. But give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Thomas!
So, y'all ever read poetry to your mom? Or try to? Like, you ever sit there and try to write some shit back and forth on the bus, right? Spend all week crafting that shit, and you sit there in front of her, that shit to like pull tight, right? Your knees knocking like the bass in a big crit song, and you start saying that shit, and she looks at you, you're done, you know, she looks at you, she's like, oh baby, that was, you know what, fuck that shit, you know, I hate poets, man, I hate poets, man, I hate you. Man, I hate poets. Hate the way that the words at the back of your teeth make your lip quiver. And you start stretching those words out. Like a nice little red ball, put that hand on the top of your stomach, you about to say something so deep. You start slowing that shit down to 65% to 75, 95, 100% of that fucking poem. So we don't have to think about the point after the poem ends. Man, I hate poets, man. I hate poets, man. I hate you. Man, I hate poets. Because y'all think y'all gods get to this green hair. Because y'all think y'all doing shit, right? Shit. Still rocking plastic in the pins. Might as well work for Dow Chemical. Might as well get the check on the first and 15 like me, nigga. Might as well. Man, I hate poets, man. I hate you. Look, I don't want to hear another poem about how that blood's running red, or that cop that was blue, or that gun that was chrome. I don't want to hear another motherfucking echo chamber shit with all you fucking do is taking purple and scribbling across that white page, man. I hate poets, man. It was things that you said, or the words that you talk, and they ain't doing shit. I don't want to hear another fucking shit you ever fucking wrote unless you taking your fucking hand and scraping the motherfucker off the paper, man. I hate poets, man. I hate you. So, needless to say, I don't read poetry for how many more?
Keep that going for this. All right. Judges, I need your scores. Okay. We have a range of opinions here.
Some are right, some are wrong. We'll see who's wrong.
I have absolutely no opinions.
I'm not hosting. I got a lot of
but
opinions.
because I'm an idiot. All right. We have a low of a 5.0. We dropped the low score, we dropped the high score. Give it a rest.
No.
It goes up to a. Did someone say no? I'm gonna have a conversation with you outside of the show. It goes up to an 8.0,
Okay.
an 8.3,
Okay.
a 9.4, and a 10. All right. On deck, we have Cadence. But give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Summertime!
Thank you. Mic check. Louder? Even louder? Learning to find my voice. Thank you all for participating. So this poem is for people who are neurodivergent. If you feel comfortable disclosing. So, fun fact, I just found out I have autism, and this is a poem about finding that out.
Hell yeah!
Thank you for supporting me, poetry community. I knew I can count on you. So this poem is called Painting Without Primer. The little busy bee brushes each panel in a glitter-filled flurry of haphazard strokes, singing softly to herself, not noticing the spot she missed, the door that squeaks, or the fact the welcome mat has been missing for a week. But at the end of the day, her dollhouse is painted, and although alone, she plays all the same. She grows older. She can afford nicer paint now. Shades of crimson and scarlet dance on the panels. The rich hues reflect in her bright eyes as she revels in what she has created. But still, she paints without primer. The spots she missed are bigger. The welcome mat is dirty, but at least it's there. She has quite a few visitors, some of whom she's particularly fond of. She's a woman now. The dollhouse is small, molding, and the mat is in shreds. The years without primer have left splinters and wooden shards exposed in ways that she never noticed as a child. She sees her hands for what feels like the very first time. They're stained, they're covered in cuts, and she left little drops of blood the last time she tried the dollhouse door. They had always told her how pretty it was, how much fun she seemed to have in it, seemingly unaware as she was that although the house stood, it was far from ideal. It was never broken enough to replace, just sturdy enough for youth, but now she realized how fragile it was. She could not help in this moment but cry, for she never had the proper tools to mend the panels, oil the hinges, or draw a mat heavy enough to stay in one place. Like the other girls, she had a place to play with her dolls, to dance and to sing, but hers was always just a little bit different, just a little bit odd. The Canada to everyone else's America.
Woo! Oh shit!
Perhaps they never noticed because it stood strong throughout the rain and wind. It wore bright colors and it sang with its heart, and after all, it always was quite useful. Tears that had gently slid down her cheeks became torrents now, as she rapidly cycled through the stages of grief until she finally came to a decision. She would rebuild her dollhouse, with sturdy panels, weighted mat, and oiled hinges. And this time, she would paint with primer.
Keep that round of applause going for Summertime. All right, judges, I need your scores. Thank you for staying consistent. Like, this is beautiful, beautifully consistent. You know what to expect. We have a low of a 5.4.
What? Do y'all know a metaphor?
An 8.5, an 8.5, and an 8.5. My God, the judge agreed on something. Except for the poet and never the voice. I need you to give me like 1 minute because this lighting is incredible. Okay. On deck, we have Marcus, but give maximum love to the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Cadence!
In the garden of this body, I play both God and serpent. Telling myself juicy fruit while breaking off another rib for this corset I squeeze so easily into pulp. The thing all hearts are made of pulp. When all flesh becomes at the paper mill, splayed on its back, waiting for a signed gender to be printed on or cut into a womb. The thing that holds pure potential, knows how to let someone go and grow into themselves where we all come from, but I can only try to imitate with these hands tools. Tendon flex to grasp my palms around them, paintbrush, pen, and chisel. I mold the world around me to create something I call beauty. These hands, an approximation of delivery with which I create something out of something because I can't create something out of nothing like our mothers can. Grasping. No one taught us to incubate the feeling. Letting go and looking inside, I find her waiting, bound and gagged before I alter my own reality with these hands, these digits, these drugs that make the questions go away. This sobering gender binary, a false dichotomy punishing me that is not me to the surface, so they wrap me in a business suit and blue tie, 6 XS. Call it foreskin, stiff upper lip, mitosis. Wow. Tell me what my chromosomes mean. Like 35 years in this body isn't enough to unravel the lies about what this skin was said to be, and they named me Brian. A good Gaelic name. Means strong, means grip strength, no flow, no motion in these joints, no lace around these tits, no tits, so they say boy. Say hold your cock like a chisel, boy. Say wrap the ones you love in marble, boy. Say carve that girl gone like a bar of soap. Get her good, get her dirty, let her wash away. This girl you love, that girl, you better not be. You can't be the moon, just the dust. Gravity ain't free around these parts, son. Look at the craters. You want to hold them craters? You like to dance in the path of the meteor, or are you gonna hold that chin up, that crowbar jaw, that sharpened tongue gonna speak like sparks, like a dagger, or else don't hold yourself. More than hips. Don't be sexy, be wolf pack. Don't be the sway, be something holstered. Don't be the negative space between the anvil and your brother's anger. Be the knuckles, not the bloody. Be steel, unyielding, a tool that can hammer out the weakness of this world. These women, the worst girl is a not girl. But if you're going to be a not girl, then you'll never be a flower bud. You'll never make fruit, so go hide in a barrel or a casket. Be something intoxicating, or at least exotic. Something you can bottle and consume. A liquid that will fit the shape of its container. Something with a neck, the right shape for a fish, so we can drink you, forget our shame.
All right. Thank you. I need your score. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it?
I swear to God, if someone gives this shit a 6. If there's a 6, erase it. Erase it.
You are completely safe when you are inside the starry flag.
But you're a lot safer if you don't give a 6.
Now, I can't help you outside, but I can escort you to your car. All right. Let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 7.0.
Wow! I'm actually impressed.
But that's literally one of the highest low scores of the night. Close up. I don't even want to say this next score because I already know y'all. 7.6. And then we have a 9.5, a 10, and an 8. 10. Right. On deck, we have the last poet of the first round, Maddie Beatty. But give maximum love to our penultimate poet of the first round. Give it up for Marcus!
Ironically, this poem is called Napoleon Conflict.
Oh shit.
blowing tree openly and smoke until I'm comatose.
Facts.
I'm overly outspoken. When I start to speak, I overdose. My mouth starts to close. It opens when I add the prose. I add a phrase amidst the haze. I'm puffing like an addict, though. I spit an anecdote. I add a quote verbatim. I'll fake it till I make it when I turn my resume in. I'm making it up, faking them out, taking this route while I've been living life way up in the cloud. I've been stretching out, kicking back, isolated on this track. Righteously divisive, but I'm spiteful when I'm spitting facts. Give it that little tap, pitter patter, this and that. Living like it didn't matter with a little rap. Giving light, I'm an emitter, supernova type. I crush an open mic, cause rappers never overhype. Late at night, I scribble doodles from my cranium. I'm waiting to get active on the radio, uranium. Waiting to get active from way up atop the podium. I'm salty like I'm sodium, I'm smooth like I'm linoleum. The booth is where I'm folding them, with verses like petroleum. Gas inside the speakers, when I speak, I'm like Napoleon. Bigger than my britches, so I figured I should switch it up. I'm digging verbal ditches with a vision of the mountaintop. I'm talking to the masses, going geyser like I'm spouting off. Watching the bay like I'm Pamela or Hasselhoff. Think I'll go north and abroad to a place where it is rainy then. I'll act like I'm a local and I'll sound like I'm Canadian.
All right. Judges, I need your scores. Get it right, get it tight, judges.
Shall you disappoint me again,
I
judges?
see some people in the audience doing what I wish that I could do, but I got a show to run. All right, let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 7.0. It jumps up to a 7.0. It goes up to an 8, an 8.3, and a 9.7. Fuck the score, give it up for the poet. All right. On deck, we have a special little game. We'll get there. You'll like it, I promise. But give maximum love to our last poet of the first round. Give it up for Maddie, baby!
Also autistic, by the way. This poem is called Sugar, a study on the prevalence of chemical coping in childhood veterans. We find cooperation to be synonymous with consent, but two bodies cope differently with the same weapon, whether holstered at the hip or the breast or the fist, trigger finger. The body demands an answer, and I drink. The body questions a feeling, and I answer. I am the liquor. I am the answer. I can numb you cold like a body. My sympathetic nervous system's preferred drink is Savant. Pour a cold one to freeze at dawn like frost, like cold feet, cross-bitten child, prehistoric fossil of an adolescence found somehow surviving for so many years after the blood's been bled out. I mean, ugly traveler at 19, and we both barely get the bills, but both pay the tab in gold. We both drink till full and then drink another. You and I are similar because something is starving in the kitchen. You and I are starving the same victim in the hospital bed, so we get married at 23 because we already picked out our plots at the cemetery. We call each other's closet death before it happens, like a hustle, and do not dare part in this game, or get brave enough to force an AA meeting or an intervention out of a date night. You and I both deny the rape kit at 15.
Wow.
We inject a synergistic drug instead that will make blood blisters into our esophagus someday. Because either way, the result, the case against him will not make us feel anything better than numb. You and I are similar because we were once a politician's favorite silent hobby. Jailbait, prepubescent body, bite-sized police puppy with a big fight. Bloodbath with a single word. Say good morning to our mothers and then bury the children's clothes that belong to us. Never forget the child. Weep at a movie trailer, a commercial for early 2000s, a film, a horror. If I drink too much, I get sleep paralysis. My vocal cords stuck on a single horrific gurgle. Too much medicine and comfortably numb becomes quadriplegic. Child abusers sick their loyal dogs against the one who runs to drag them back into the kennel. The picture perfect picket white fence was made of iron and wrapped in barbed wire and painted eggshell for the neighbors. And now look at us. We can both make a crime scene out of any day of the week. We healed ourselves with a scar, and now we can retire these canines to a handle, a choke collar of our own choosing. To leach out the poison and turn our blood solid and saccharine. Carbon tetrachloride is a heavy carcinogen in the bloodstream, and you can only know if you're exposed to it if you smell it. Something like sugar. You woke up next to me yesterday after one bottle of cheap whiskey and smelled like candy corn. Spook Halloween. Where is the body? Where did he kill you? Where did the touch become deadly? Diabetic breath, ketoacidotic smell of putrefied liquor in the liver. I am the liquor. I am a macabre costume trying too hard to pretend it's October 31st, 365 days of the year to drive you out of childhood filled with body parts that did not belong to me but became a part of me. Maybe we're all trying to drink away some kind of shame, a phantom limb, sickness, a prayer from a sleep paralysis demon to come fight me tonight. I finally unlocked the tetanus and sit up gasping for air, wait for my heart to slow. Last year, I filed my first tax return without my mom's help, and I saw the generational trauma in the numbers alone. My mother's IRS sought the same ransom as I did. What have we already paid? What are we owed now? My wallet is sick on overspent thirst. I sunk $10K on liquor alone last year. I filed for return, but I can hardly remember myself to eat. 10 years later, my name is Baby still. I'm a functional alcoholic, and I hold down a job, and I arrive for work whenever nobody is looking. I clock in ugly. The boss kicks a kiss to me. Her salacious sick sister, I know she's as ugly as me on Sunday night. Neither of us remember how to pray without the hang over our shoulder. The ugly does a death dance at the club on weeknight. I know how to have a good time. I know I'm stronger with a stiff drink in my hand. I know how to hold my liquor. I know how not to puke at the party, to go outside, fumble my hands into an alleyway, and kiss the garbage again, to dump my deck inside the bin when nobody will look.
Oh!
Keep that round of applause going for Maddie, baby. All right, judges, I need your scores.
Excuse me. Is there a bathroom here?
DJ. Swimming pool. Fellas hot. Anyway. All right, let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 6.0. Going up to a 6.0. A 6.9. A 9 and a 9.3. The more you got a poet, better point. A poet has never been point. So, that was the first round. Give yourselves a round of applause for making it to the first round. Nice. So we're going to take the top 5 poets for the first round into the second round. While our scorekeeper is tabulating the scores, we're going to play a game. Normally, we have a feature, and that feature gets 2 free drinks. We don't have a feature tonight because our feature couldn't make it. Second time. Third time? Curse is the broken feature. There's always one person per show that we run that we really want to book, and every time there's something strenuous comes up. There's somebody for Oakland Slam, there's someone for Alchemy, and now there's someone for Berkeley Slam. Feel better soon, Chris Siders. We'll see you next time. Exactly. So we're gonna play a game for these free drinks. It's called Bring Me What You Got. So I'm gonna say something, and some first person to bring it up to me gets a free drink, and I have 2 to give. The first thing that I want someone to bring me is their unstrung shoelace, like fully off the shoe. Yeah, yeah. No, fully off the shoe. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Wow, y'all are kids. Oh my God.
All right. This next drink ticket is for the first person to bring me $5. I saw some people reach for the $5 before they realize they're paying for a drink. No. I mean, if you want to give me the $5, I'll take the drink ticket. Wow. I had a whole backup in case somebody called me on my bullshit. I did not expect someone to call me on my bullshit and expect me to stay in my bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna put that in my tape. All right. Is this the fucking song? Give it up for your DJ, everybody. All right. So we have our second round order. We took the top 5 poets from the first round, and they will be reading in reverse order of appearance. So if you went first, you will be last. If you went last, you will be first. If you didn't make the second round, you are here every week. You have plenty of chances to make the second round. Please come back next week. But the poets will be reading in this order. We have Cadence. We have Summertime. We have Thomas. We have Niambi. And we have Nina. Give it up for every poet touching the stage. It's on the table. I left it back there. I was like, I don't need my phone though. And then I realized I actually needed it. Okay. So we're gonna hop into the second round. But like, it would low key, like, I feel like we need another palate cleanser. We need another judge? Okay. Oh, we have another judge. All right. Wait, now we can continue. Since we have a new judge, I'm going to make it fair for everyone in the second round, and we're going to do another sacrificial poet. So judges, this person is not competing, but you are going to score them as if they are. So everybody say, spill the blood. And give it up for your sacrificial poet, Reggie.
Give me my face back.
Here, my mother built me a temple out of gendered stone. The wet clay of my body molded into boyhood so well, but I pray at my own altar, and no God answers in a language that I recognize. All I know is a sharp sting of my name twisted on a masculine tongue. How each letter is a bitten syllable bent before an empty prayer. All I know are all the ways my body has built itself into all the things that I don't want it to be. Like, my body wears itself violently. So I crack a rock against a boy's head and here spills my rose red gender. Everything I learned of killing, I learned from my mother. She taught me how to hold the knife until I became a blade scraping against my own skin, until I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. And if I am born of my mother's hands, then I must be everything she carved out of herself to survive this long. I must be a monument of blood, a ruined altar. But I'd rather mold myself into a garden, a secret, a holy kiss whispered between the walls of my skin. So I tear myself down brick by brick and name the new rebel God. I kill all of me that isn't me. I quiet every off-key hymn until my hallelujah is a language that speaks my name into an open song. Praise this destruction. Sacred is the blood we sacrifice to ourselves. Holy is the death that brings us back to life. We many gendered gods, so many hands and so many blades our mothers no longer recognize. So many bodies and all of them ours. I shape my bones into a better scaffolding. I stretch my skin tight over muscle. Everything I keep becomes hardened clay. Every ruin here I made, every stone pillar cracking at the base is mine. Everything that dies is buried in dust. So much sand, fists full of dirt, and I slip through so many fingers. All right. I need your scores. All right, we have 2 scores. We have 3 scores. That's like the smallest score, and like, yeah. No, I can see it with the glasses on, but like, without the glasses, it would look like a Nike check, maybe. One of these days, I'm gonna get a job with vision insurance, and it's gonna overpay loads. All right. We have a low of a 6.8.
What the
Goes
fuck?
up to a 7, an 8.9, a 9.8, and a 10. The point. All right. Judges, you have been recalibrated. Think about like, do y'all remember the Nintendo Wii? Y'all remember those fucking remotes? You remember how they were so dope until they stopped working? Those are the judges. We just recalibrated them. They're lit. We got them. We're ready to play Wii Sports Resort, the best game on the Wii. Fight me if you want to. We'll do that outside the show. On deck, we have Summertime. But give maximum love to our first poet coming up in the second round. Give it up for Kaden!
No one was ready for the day her mom picked her up early in her friend's Cinderella dress. She stood in the hallway, beautiful, discovering the feathered swish of vulnerability, radiant in her soft valor like a crocus rising from February soil. But it was still winter, so we all turned our heads and forgot. Then one day at the construction site atop a steep dirt hill with her Huffy Blue bike, the boys shouted up at her, "Don't be a pussy." So she dropped her princess dress, buttoned up camouflage shorts to blend in with the tiny avalanche of barbed wire camaraderie into aggression, into football, and games of smear the queer and first fist fights. They said, never hit a girl, definitely don't be one. So he put her in a plywood box behind his sternum. A coffin for an open wound they wouldn't stop salting, trying to disinfect this festering aberration of gender, this tuning fork child who felt too much and smiled too sweet, so then stillness. So then depression, then growth spurt, and square jaw, cross arms into the golden sarcophagus of becoming a man, encasing that crazy bitch who cried too much, so then mania, and staying up all night and fucking any girl who would grace him with the femme he couldn't allow himself to be, so anarchist, so Molotov persistent to the ground because maybe he would incinerate the black box he carried in his chest with it, sucking down cigarettes like tear gas, to stifle her love songs, amphetamines for the speed to outrun the target on her back, then alcohol, a 30-year flood to drown her desperate cries of, let me out. Till one day, the ocean receded and left him sputtering on the shores of rehab. So then detox, then shaking and sweating, and he became she, and she was me. I am woman. There's nothing left to contain me. I grind closets into kindling. I wrap these prison walls in morning glory and crumble them to soil for birthing this unexpected next testament. I compost the rusted carcasses of artillery pieces in blue trillium and dandelions, spreading like the forest, reclaiming the battlefield after the slaughter, emerging after decades from this war where I was forced to mutilate my divinity because coming out as trans is victory. It's crossing the borders of assigned gender and declaring I refuse to be a refugee inside of this body anymore. It's I will continue this inquisition of my essence because I am a goddamn heretic in love with her own holiness. I am a trans woman, definition, miracle of her own making. See also this alchemy of testosterone into estrogen, this garden of budding breasts, rounded face, this hair, these hips, tracing silhouetted prophecies of tomorrow's reflection in the mirror. Who I am now. I am her. I am daughter. In her Cinderella dress and glass slippers, without apology, ready to dance. Give it up one last time for Kaden.
All right, judges. I need your scores. All right, we have 2 scores, we have 3 scores, we have 4 scores. I'm so glad I have these glasses on because I need, like, right now we have your scores in M for Mini, and I need them in W for Wombo. All my SpongeBob nerds got that. I love that. Yes. All right. That's so much better. All right, we have a low of a 6.3.
What the
Goes up to a 7. I need you to reel it back a little bit. That's the bit. It scared me a little bit. I thought I was gonna get my ass. Okay, judges, I'll walk you to your car. It's fine. 6.3 goes up to a 7.1, a 9.0, a 9.8, and a 9.9. Give it up for the poet, not the point. Okay. So now that we have the scores, I know I'm supposed to be an unbiased host, but a 9.9?
Right, yeah, exactly.
At that point, a poet just needs to do a backflip for a tip. I'm just joking. The same judges that are giving like 9.9s are also giving. I don't know what's going on. I know nothing. In fact, I actually haven't been here. I'm actually projecting here from the comfort of my own home. So my brain wasn't here. We all knew that, but my body isn't here either. On deck, we have Thomas. So give maximum love for the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Summertime!
I didn't know what to present, so I'm just gonna do something I've done before, and I get really angry about what I do, so here we go.
Woo! English shit.
To the motherfucker who told me his refinement makes him better than me, allow me to provide you an education. I do not owe you, nor any other man, jack shit. I do not owe you my hair curl, lipstick done, or pristine living quarters. I do not owe you my laughter at your shitty jokes, nor the consideration to not wear heels because your ass is too short. And don't get me started on how I have to humor you in the sheets. Well, now that I started, let's make it plain for everybody. You are not my daddy, my God, or even close to the most well-endowed man I've shared my bed with. Because let's be real, you got the short end of that stick too.
Oh, damn.
You are not worthy of the time and praise I gave you, the patience I had through your rapid mood swings, nor your crocodile tears in my kitchen. You do not deserve a place at my table, and believe me, sweetheart, there are more than just 2 seats there. When I lack in aesthetics, I make up for in authenticity, which, despite all the money you make, you still can't afford.
Oh.
Because you cannot buy self-awareness, emotional intelligence, or tact. You can blame your parents all you want, but at the end of the day, it's just you and that overpriced apartment here. I do not have the energy to pity you now. My fire was not designed to keep you warm or shed light on your ignorances.
No.
I will not hold the hands of some man-child's ghost, gone the moment he's called on his shit and back again because he missed my light. I will not do the emotional labor because you are not strong enough to do it on your own. You can keep your little black journal, your Polaroids and your stupid black and red suck. Because tonight, I am no longer the shell of a girl, but wearing the armor of a woman grown.
Keep that round of applause going for summertime. All right, judges, I need your scores. I have 2 scores. 3 scores. Is this? Come on, DJ. With the relevant music. Come on. The music tonight has been poetry in and of itself. We're just gonna rock with this for a second. I love her takes on music. I hate her takes on politics.
That DJ is DJing. That's all we know.
All right. We have a low of a 7.0. It goes up to an 8.6, an 8.8, a 9, and a 9.1. Fuck the scores. All right. On deck, we have Neon Beat, but give maximum love for the next poet coming up on stage. Give it up for Thomas! I'm going to talk about the bus, actually. So, it smells like body odor and perfume. Oh my God. Take two. All right, yeah. So it smells like body odor and perfume on the rough board of Midland. It always does. The man in the front itches his crotch with sideways glances like he's daring me to stare. Instead, my eyes glance to the back where a woman taps her index finger on her phone, slow and deliberate, like every motion has to be calculated by her brain put through a cheese grater before the message is sent to our muscles. Look, these are my people and their natural setting. Starting off the world for 30 minutes to decompress, fighting for the quiet moments to be heard. Some days I wonder, will I ever be the rose's thorn? Will my scribbled words on a notebook ever be as cutting as the heater under the seat that burns my leg on every 30-minute bus ride? As lifting as the air caught from the backseat bumps, I want to be as beautiful as her lips curled into a smile, as enchanting as the moments I'm riding back across the machinery of God's kneecaps to be close to you. Keep that round of applause going for Thomas. All right. Judges, I need your scores. All right, we have all of our scores. Let them know how you feel. We have a low of a 6.4. Wow. Low up to a 7.0, a 7.3, and 8.79.2. Fuck the scores. Give up for the poet and never the point. The poet and never the point. All right, we are nearing the end of our list because on deck we have the last poet of the ninth minute. But give maximum love to our penultimate poet. Give it up for Niambi.
She ready. She not.
Fucking kids.
You look beautiful.
Fucking kids.
Sometimes sometimes it helps to think of myself like water, like transparent, like slips through fingertips, like undetected, like powerful, like prominent. As I walk down the street, I clench my fists, I stand up straighter, I look past everything, I think of myself like water, like transparent, like you can't see me, like please don't see me, I am water, I am puddle in dark alleyway, walk around me. As I walk past you in public, I think of myself as water, like I did then, when you hovered over me, when you held me down, when I couldn't move, I thought of myself as water, but like the tap kind. My mother told me not to drink, like dirty, like cold, like he shouldn't be drinking me, like dripping down his cup, like bottled up, like murky, like muddy. I thought, maybe I should stand up straighter. Clench my fists tighter. When I walk past you in public, I think of myself as water, as both wanted and ignored. As scarce as it is flourishing. I think of myself as water, as an ocean. I am vast and salty. I am angry. I am storm cloud. I am pouring. I think of myself as water, as vital. Think, I am what keeps him alive. I'm the sweat that flows from your face. When you pass me, know I am the thing that keeps your heart pumping. I think his life lies in my hand. So when I unfold myself upon you, remember to unclench your fist before the blood. I've held you in the back of my neck, focused my tendons on feet swimming away. As I walk down the street, I hold my head up, think of myself as water, like powerful, like prominent, like still flowing. You cannot beat me. If revenge be a prison, then please may you rot, while I, hurricane of an angel, collect all your unholy water in veins. I'm letting you go as punishment. I see the bloodshot in your eyes. Remember, look at me when I'm talking to you. If revenge be a parable, may I be the wave that brings it to you. Remember, I am floating while you drown in all that I'll become. When I unfold myself upon you, no, it will not be with a wrath, fear not. Drowning is almost as beautiful as flying. You will see the heavens, then notice. Angels have my eyes. Unclench your fists. Straighten your back. Meet my eyesight. I am water. I am living, breathing, rushing, regardless. See, if revenge is subtle, then the only thing that can make me forgive is asphyxiation.
Keep that round of applause for my friend, Wendy. All right, we have 1 score, 2 score. Can I get 3 scores? Maybe 4 scores. All right, let them know how we feel. We have a low of a 6.9.
What
It
is
goes
wrong
up
with
to
you?
an 8.0, an 8.0, an 8.7, and a 9.4. Look, the score giving up in a moment. And never the point. On deck, we are figuring out who won all this money. But give maximum love to our last poet of the night. Give it up for Nemo! To drown is a learning experience. You learn to pray for air, hope for survival, and fight for your life. You learn to take on water while resisting its pull to the bedrock. Think quickly. Settle a panicked mind. You learn to embrace the punch of underwater torrents. Conduct spontaneous experience of breathing underwater. Fail miserably. Then try again 10 more times. You learn through drowning that a simple desire to live is not enough. Yearning is not enough. Desperation is not enough. Fighting is not enough. Praying is not enough. To drown is a learning experience. You want to live? than swim. Please have a round of applause for his friend enough. Wow. It's such an emotional moment for me, and I feel like it is an emotional moment for you judges, because for the last time tonight, I'm gonna ask you for your scores. Like, wow. You built up a relationship all night, and like, you know, all good things must come to an end, you know, like, it still hurts. Okay, we have a low of a 7.0, goes up to a 7.0, an 8.3, still 9.0, and a 9.5. Fucking score, give it up for the poet. And never mind. The poet and never mind. All right, so that's the end of the slam. Wow. So while our scorekeeper is tabulating up our scores, and we figure out who won all of this money, let me tell you about the other shows in the Bay Area. First, there's yours truly, the Berkeley Poetry Slam, right here at the Starry Cloud every Wednesday. Check out our December lineup. It's going to be like kind of fire. We have Anarchy Slam coming up the third week of December, so that's going to be on No Rules. And by no rules, I do mean no rules. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, every third Tuesday is the Oakland Poetry Slam online currently. You can check out Oakland Slam on Instagram for more information. We also have the Alchemy Open Mic every first and third Saturday, also on Instagram Live. Rich Oak Alchemy for more information. There's also the San Jose Slam every second Sunday in San Jose. I forgot the name of their theater because I don't have it right in front of me. And like I said, not only can I not see, but I am also an idiot. But they also have a virtual slam every fourth Sunday.
Yes.
Every fourth Sunday, check out San Jose Poetry Slam on Instagram for more information. I do not expect you to remember all of that because I didn't remember all of that. So to help you out, we have this little thing called a link tree. If you go to linktree.com/richoakevents, you can see all of the shows that we have coming up as well as other shows in the community. Wonderful. Great timing, Becky. Give it up for Becky doing math on a Wednesday night. I almost dropped out of high school because I refused to do math on a Wednesday morning. So, Becky, you a real one. All right. Oh, damn. I'm so glad we did not have a tie for second place because third and second place are separated by exactly 0.1. Yeah. Yeah. I got nervous. My heart went a little like 3 beats and then just like killed itself. So.
Are we sure you don't need to go to the doctor?
You have go to the doctor insurance? I quit my job, bro.
I do. It's just for me, though.
Can I beat you? I'm gonna beat you. I'm going to be.
You're already like 99.9% of the way
in third place, winning 40 whole. I hope. Don't quote me on this. I hope they are American now. Give it up for Neon B. Let's your prize.
I always believe this on alcohol.
Yay alcohol. Unless you're sober, which like yay sobriety. Yay whatever you have going on. All right. I was about to just like take this. I cannot count.
You did not drop out of high school. You said you almost did, but you didn't. That means you tried.
Yeah, but my math class was graded on a curve. Stop. I had a 42% in that bitch. But it was a B because the highest grade in that class was a 52. Oh, we love the public school system here. California, 47th in the nation. All right. In second place, winning 60, which I've been in for, but don't trust me, is more than $40. Is it really? Don't ask me those kind of questions. I do not know. Give it up for summertime!
Thank you. I'm gonna donate 20 to you guys.
Oh my goodness. That just warmed the voracious hole that is my heart. Thank you. Wow. I'm actually, wow. That's so sweet. All right. In first place, I have to count this because I really can't count. Winning 100 whole American dollars. Give it up for Katie! I really liked your poem too. Yeah, go trans poem. I'm into it. I don't have anything else to say. Thank you. That was fun. Keep that round of applause going for Katie, for summertime, for Leon, and every single poet that touched this stage tonight. Keep that round of applause going for our DJ and our scorekeeper. And give it up for yourselves. Being here on a Wednesday night. My name is Reggie. I have been your host. This has been the Berkeley Poetry Slam. You can catch us back here next week for another round of artistic clusterfuck. The night is the slam is over, but the night is not. The bar is still open. Get yourself a drink. But we will see you all back here next week. Bye.